3-0. Here's the Barca lineup. Marc ter Stegen in goal. The back four of Sergi Roberto, Gerard Piqué, Thomas Vermaelen and Jordi Alba. In midfield, as Graham said, Rakitic in the pivot role with Paulinho to his right and Iniesta to his left. And up front, this version of the Barcelona attacking trident, Messi, Suarez and Paco Alcacer. Alcacer, who linked up so brilliantly with Luis Suarez for Barcelona's opener last weekend against Villarreal. It's a momentous week in Barcelona and the whole of Catalonia as we face the final week before the Christmas holidays. For Deportivo, Ruben in goal, Juanfran, Shah, Sidney and Fernando Navarro at the back. Playing in front of the back four, Celso Borges and Guilherme. Which means that we'll have Emre Çolak with Carlos Gil on the right, Adrián López in goal-scoring form at the moment on the left, playing behind lone striker Lucas Perez. And that 11 represents no changes from the side that beat Leganés 1-0 last weekend in Riazor. Leo Messi presented with the golden shoe or golden boot of 2016-17.
It's about attention to detail. And given that Depor have drawn on 3 occasions in the last 5 visits, it means that no matter the respective league positions, Barca cannot relax, not for a second, Simon.
Sergi Roberto getting his first touch, plays it back to Gerard Piqué. Piqué taking his time, plays it square to Thomas Vermaelen. It's good to see the form and the confidence. Plenty of space for the Belgian to progress. Alba whips it in towards Suarez. Good first touch from Suarez. He gets away from Sidney, lays it off for Iniesta, who cuts it back. And Leo Messi, quite astonishing for him, scooping that one over the bar. But that was a lovely way to break through that Deportivo defence. And Suarez causing all kinds of problems for Sidney there.
That came off his copper boot. When you see that movement, on top form, Suarez powers on, bulls on and scores. Iniesta has the chance of a shot off his better foot, the right. But it's Barca, they're generous, they share, they look for Messi. But as I say, instead of his golden boot, that was definitely the copper one. Sitter for him.
Rakitic, who's dropped in between the two centre-backs, flicks that one wide to Jordi Alba, who brings it under control. It's found its way to Leo Messi. Return ball. There's Suarez. There's Barcelona at their back. Picks out Çolak. Turk's cross is headed clear. The shot, however, comes in from Celso Borges. No problems whatsoever for Marc ter Stegen. Deportivo. Iniesta, lovely ball. Alba will get to it with ease. Perfect ball from Iniesta. Cuts it back for Messi. Well, the idea was brilliant. The execution from Messi, not quite top-notch. Roberto, here is Vidal. Squeezes the ball back to Sergi Roberto. Gets the cross in. Suarez back to Leo Messi. Still Messi. Looking for the angle. It's saved by Ruben. Paulinho can't get onto the rebound. And played out.
Time for Ruben and his agility and his defiance. And we're looking at potentially an offside there, but the linesman hasn't given it. And he was dumped by Pepe Mel for long enough for Tito, for Pantilimon, but restored by Cristobal. And the Winds have come back. 2 cracking saves there to justify his first team position after a hand injury.
Rakitic with the corner. They even tried 18-year-old Francis for 2 games. 4 keepers this season for Depor. It's Ruben who's
walking place.
Yeah,
a walking pace. The lack of electricity, that lack of scintillating coordination between brain and technique. That's why this game has not been edged in their favour so far.
Yeah, the signs of the Barca brilliance we expect as Rakitic drives that one in low. Dealt with easily. It comes to Iniesta. Oh, lovely ball in from Iniesta. Messi lays it off for Suarez. And this one will stand. And it's brilliance from Iniesta with that ball into the box, landing like a magnet on Leo Messi's chest. And Messi,
corner of his eye, sees that Messi has held his run, because when we see that again, number one, that Suarez definitively onside. Ruben can protest all like here. Iniesta sees, when he can't see Alba, he notices that Messi has held his run. When we see that in line from the assistant's point of view, I think we'll see that Messi was brilliant as well as Iniesta visionary.
And generosity itself from Leo Messi there. And you have to say, Ruben did pretty well to get back, nearly got a touch to it.
And there's Messi's timing there. Yeah, it's fantastic from the two of them. You pinpointed that Iniesta's pass is like a little quarterback, and his patience with not back, not to
Iniesta. Oh, lovely from Suarez, bursting away from Juanfran. Finds Messi, goes down, and the referee with a yellow card for Fabian Schär. No thought of playing advantage, even though the ball was in Barca's control.
You make a good point, because Mateo Laos has advantage as his middle name. He's very liberal. He likes to let play flow. There's the little delicatessen, as they call it here, from Suarez, and just a little, just stuck out his leg, the Swiss. I've seen many occasions where Mateo Laos would have said, "We'll let that play. I'll come back to it. I'll know."
Joel gets it back from Cholak, whipping it into the hands, the gloved hands of Mark ter Stegen, and the attack breaks down. And it's Barca through Leo Messi on the break. Still Messi, he's got Paulinho to his right, Suarez to his left. Here's Suarez, back to Messi, off the crossbar, falls for Aleix Vidal, and once again he doesn't quite catch it.
You never, because you're kind to me, you never call me Stato, but that's number 22. 22 times this team. Since the beginning of the season, it's been obvious that his progression could be upwards from a relegation-mired side like Depor. And who knows, by the end of the season they may need to cash in on him, but he's definitely got the class to play higher level.
They're giving it away, and it's picked up by Messi. Messi! 23, and it's now 2-0, and it's Paulinho with a smile on his face. You could even imagine Messi doing that on purpose to give him this
entertainment. It's made Depor able to play high at the pitch, create chances. But when Messi is in the space like that,
tremendous run from Jordi Alba, just having to put the brakes on a bit as Iniesta finally feeds it to him. There's Messi, little change of pace to get into the box. Messi cuts it back, Suarez is there. Oh, and I'm not sure if it crossed the line or not. It's either a brilliant save or an astonishing piece of football.
And as he tries to finish, I think Ruben probably keeps this out. We're going to see proof now. But what we also see, it's so
sure.
tight.
Look where the hand is.
But there's also the most old-fashioned version of VAR. With Mateo Laos vigorously just waving his fingers in the air to say no goal, and I don't know if that's crazy, if that's stylish. You may argue that's the most
save if it's not a goal.
Yeah, but I think they were trying to say to the referee, "You owe us one."
I mean, one thing's for sure, I think you've summed it up brilliantly, but from the angles we've seen so far, you can't say that was definitely over the line, that was definitely not over the line. So we have to give the referee plenty of scope there to take his decision. If he's not 100% sure, he can't really give the goal.
I'll back you.
My only concern would be if Messi and Suarez applause at the Camp Nou.
I think the applause is for you, because when you said not the greatest touch, they all went, right, I tell you what, we'll spend the next 4 seconds making 5 fantastic touches. No, just to even things up.
Aleix Vidal to Sergio Roberto. Good ball into Suarez. This time, no mistake. 3-0. What a beautiful sport this is, and how easy these guys can make it look.
That did look as if they were playing against primary school kids. There wasn't a huge disparity between the teams in the passing, with their confidence in the use of space absolutely at its highest.
It's almost like they're saying to Depor, you come out here after half-time and you dare get the ball into our area and make us defend for about 30 seconds. We'll show you. That is brilliant counter-attacking football. 2 things
on the touch from Roberto, who is nominally the right back, and that should have been Vidal's position. But Roberto is the superior footballer. He has the refereeing rather than Hawkeye. So this debate will be aided, but will it be absolutely cleared up by technology? No. And will LaLiga try to help the referee and say, unless we're absolutely sure there's a problem, then it will be the referee's decision, not the video?
Rattling the side netting there, Carlos Gil. Just about to say, he seems to be combining nicely down this right flank with Cholak. And Deportivo to get... Difficult for Deportivo now. Half an hour to go still. This one picked up by Piqué floats one over the top towards Luis Suarez. A little bit slow there, Suarez. He goes down and grabs the ankle.
Suarez were to find that this is something that takes him out of next week, then there's a contact. Yeah. There's a contact. Yeah, I think
he was near him. He's looking for him. He's making comments at him. Mateolov not particularly moved, it would appear. Here's Messi, and he wins a free kick.
With a smile on my face, I'd also say that Mateolov is perfectly capable of taking it and giving it right back.
Absolutely. The home fans trying to get behind Barca, and they've woken up a little bit over the last few minutes. There's the challenge by Shara on Messi, quickly called by Mateolov. And is there an opportunity for Leo Messi to score? He hasn't managed it. Messi has a look. The whistle goes. Up he steps.
24.
Absolutely astonishing. Leo Messi. I mean, Ruben was really struggling there. The move continues. Here's Messi. This time it's wide.
Do you know what's strange, Simon? After having been at the majority of them, watched
Messi hit the post.
I think, if my calculations are correct, and here's the little movement again, nice touch off by Paulinho, and that's the moment when I thought, and Ruben's diving after the fact. You know, it's the ball's long gone before he completes his dive.
Look at this. This is just astonishing. Did he get a glove to it? That is the. It looks a bit. Oh yeah, it's the post, of course.
It's whether there's a fingertip first. I think you've made a good point. And of that, my
having Leo Messi on the pitch, they won't mind one penalty miss with the score at 3-0, 20 minutes to go. Andre Gomez, they lost out to Juanfran. Square from Vermaelen to Gerard Piqué. Sergio Roberto tireless as he cuts inside. Well, he does well to find Gomez. Gomez to Messi. Messi returns it to the Portuguese, who cuts it back. Suarez. Messi had strayed offside. Suarez battling. And a free kick in attack. Suarez absolutely furious.
And in a walking pace game where Barca have assured themselves of an 11-point lead over Madrid before the Bernabeu, we've seen a missed penalty, 3 off the various parts of the woodwork, and one of the most controversial did it, didn't it go in that we're going to see this season.
Plus a fair few saves.
And you allowed me romanticism before. There's Barca break here, Simon.
It's played to Vidal by Messi. He managed to control it. He's not quite sure how. He finds Suarez. Jordi Alba off the woodwork again, and again it's Paulinho, who's the man with a smile on his face, getting an assist off the woodwork for Football Club Barcelona. You've got a feel for Ruben, but that's the second.
The second, Mr. Post.
Yep. Yeah.
Mr. Post is banks of computers and data. As we see the replay, held up perfectly here by Suarez. Left back's unlucky with his finish. Normally Alba would strike it from there. We've made the point that he modelled himself on Stoichkov as a kid. It's a point when they sit back with all their video replays and say, is this a flaw of ours to hit the woodwork 25 times by mid-December?
Is it a flaw, or is it a sign of our brilliance? Maybe other times those 25 ball control there by Celso Borges. Paulinho is quickly onto it. Here's Messi. Gets away from Shah's attempted challenge. Here's Messi with that goal he's looking for. Once again, it's off target.
A corner. Messi with that type of space, shape, momentum on his left foot. He finishes it and still further away.
Can't find it. And that one dealt with by Digne, and it's the final touch of the evening in the Camp Nou, where the final score in the final game for Football Club Barcelona ahead of next weekend's visits to their rivals Real Madrid is Barcelona 4, Deportivo